Hello, peeps, and welcome to another power-packed Phillips podcast. Did someone say zebra pencil? A couple of MSAs before we get started. Just want to let you know that currently Veterans Park Academy for the Arts is not listed as a school right now in Algebra Nation. VPAA should be listed as a school within the next week. In the meantime, if and when you register for Algebra Nation, you want to scroll all the way to the bottom, and when it asks you to choose a school, you are going to select Other High School. You're going to select Other High School until VPAA is listed. Sometime in the next week, once VPAA is listed on the Algebra Nation website, you'll be able to change to the VPAA for your school by going to My Account on the Algebra Nation webpage, clicking on Change School, and then finding Veterans Park Academy for the Arts. In the meantime, when you start turning in your extra credit, I will start keeping track of it and putting it in Pinnacle under Algebra Nation, and this will kind of be like a little savings account, and I will add your extra credit at the end of the quarter. Today's podcast is going to be on Lesson 7.1, Part 4. All right, be patient, we're going. Please write down, this is Lesson 7.1, Part 4, Graphing Linear Systems. We said in our previous podcasts, where the two lines intersect or touch will be your solution. In today's podcast, we're going to practice writing an equation and then solving the system.
Oh yeah!
So, let's see what the question's asking us. A business rents its inline skates and bicycles. So they rent inline skates and bicycles. During one day, the business has a total of 25 rentals, and they collect $450 for the rentals. Find the number of pairs of skates they rented and the number of bicycles they rented. So, if you would, on your paper, please write inlines, or you can write skates is going to be X, bicycles is going to be Y. So our skates are going to be X, our bicycles are going to be Y. And we are going to write an equation. So here we go. They told us in the problem that they rented a total of 25. So we know that our skates plus our bicycles in one day had to equal 25. So our equation, we will write X plus Y has to equal 25. There's our first equation. Now let's write a second equation dealing with the prices. We know that the skates are $15. So we're going to write 15x. Skates are X, they're $15 each. We know that the bicycles are $30. So we're going to write Y for our bicycles, and we know that they are $30 each. They told us in the problem in one day they collect $450. So the money from the skates plus the money from the bikes has to equal $450. Now I have 2 linear equations. If I have two linear equations, we call that a system of linear equations. Bingo! So basically what you did was you wrote a system of linear equations by writing 2 equations. Bingo! Now you could solve this system of linear equations by graphing them. But I'm not going to lie to you, that would be rather tough if you graphed it because you have very large numbers. So instead of wasting all this time graphing it, why don't we do it a different way? Let's use elimination. We've been working that on the backboard in small groups. So we are going to use elimination. We can eliminate either the x or the y. So we either want to cancel the x's or we want to cancel the y's. Your choice. For this example, I choose to eliminate the x. So what I need is a positive 15x and I need a negative 15x. So here's my positive 15x. Now I need to make this x a negative 15. I need to make it a negative 15x so I can eliminate something. So I say there's an invisible coefficient of 1 here and an invisible coefficient of 1 here. To get this x to be negative 15, I multiply by negative 15. Remember our golden rule, whatever I multiply x by, I multiply this term by and this term by. So I multiply all of them by negative 15. 1x times negative 15 gives me negative 15x. 1y times negative 15 gives me negative 15y. 25 times negative 15 gives me negative 375. Remember, I want something to eliminate, so I'm going to take this system and I'm going to write it underneath. Notice that I wanted a plus 15x and a minus 15x. I have a plus 15x and a minus 15x, so I am on the right track. Now I can draw boxes around them and combine them. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to combine after I clone and cover up. I'm going to combine the negative 15x and the positive 15x. When I do that, they will cancel or give me 0. Next, I will combine a positive 30 and a negative 15. A positive 30 and negative 15 gives me positive 15 and my y follows me wherever I go. Next, I will combine a positive 450 and a negative 375. When I do that, I get a positive 125. So the whole purpose in multiplying by the negative 15 was to get these terms, the x's, to cancel. Now, I'm going to solve the equation 15y equals 125. I divide both sides by 15, and y equals 5.
YOLO. YOLO, YOLO, YOLO.
Just making sure you're still awake. We're almost done. Now, you pick any equation, and you put 5 back in for y. So I'm either going to put 5 back in for y here, here, or here. Which one? It doesn't matter. Your choice. The easiest equation to substitute 5 back in for would be the top one. Why? It has the lowest numbers. What do you mean, Ms. Ropes? This is a coefficient of 1 and a coefficient of 1, so that will be the least amount of work. I will put in 5 for y. Subtract 5 from both sides. That gives me an answer of x equals 20. So we found that x, or the skates, is 20, and the y, or the bikes, is 5. 20 plus 5 gives me 25. Remember back at the beginning of the problem, they told you that they had 25 rentals. So that part checks. 20 plus 5 gives me 25. Now, to check the rest of the problem, substitute. Put 20 in for x, put 5 in for y. When you multiply those together, 15 times 20 gives you 300. 30 times 5 gives you 150. Add them together, you get 450. 450 equals 450. We are done. Quick, get out of here. They're after you. Bye.